I was so tired on the day I moved in that I didn't even notice the small door in the basement. I saw the stairs leading down, but I was more concerned with the clutter of boxes in the living room. I remember carrying them inside, one by one, with sweat dripping down my face. My new place smelled like dust and old plaster. It was quiet and still, and I didn't see any neighbors around. The real estate agent had mentioned something about the previous owner storing tools in the basement, but she never said anything about a locked compartment or strange drawings. By the time I went downstairs that first night, I felt a bit uneasy. The basement light was weak and the bulbs flickered in the corners. I saw a narrow door set into the back wall, secured by a rusty padlock. I tried to pull it open, but it didn't budge. It didn't even rattle. It was stuck in place as if it had been there for ages. I left it alone at first. I had other things to do. Unpack clothes, assemble furniture, figure out where I'd put my couch. But I couldn't stop thinking about that little door. I had never seen a compartment locked from the outside like that in a house. It reminded me of a storage closet, but the idea of something hidden inside felt strange. The next day, after I had some of my stuff sorted, I went back down with a flashlight in one hand and a small hammer in the other. The basement was chilly, and I smelled mold in the damp corners. I walked over to the door and tapped the padlock with my hammer. It made a dull clang. It was solid, not a cheap lock, and the metal was covered in reddish rust. I decided to force it open. I didn't have a proper bolt cutter, so I used the claw side of the hammer to pry the lock. It was stubborn. My hands trembled, partly from the tension of forcing the metal and partly from the uneasy feeling I had in my chest. I was alone down there, and the space felt cramped, even though the basement was fairly large. My heart pounded a little harder than usual. After a few minutes, the lock finally gave with a loud